What's happening, everybody? Michael, Vintage Diesel Equipment Service. Listen to them birds chirping. Well, they sure are beautiful. As soon as I say it, they stop. Alright, folks, so today I was really just working on a little personal project of trying to, take care of this jungle that is my yard, and my mower didn't want to crank. This ought to be familiar to some of you people. So I'm gonna walk you through my findings. Sorry you don't get to get it from the beginning, but at least you're gonna get it, right? Alright. By the way, 99% of you folks are new to the channel. So if you don't mind, click that like, maybe that notification bell, and don't forget the most important one. Click that subscribe. Ain't gonna cost you a penny, and you're already here, right? I'm just saying. Sorry for being out of brand on my shirt today, but like I said, I just come out here to mow the yard, and my mower wouldn't crank. So it's a pretty straightforward situation to get this thing off. Essentially, you got your cover if you're dealing with a Briggs & Stratton E300 Prime. You were going to have 3 of these fancy dudes in your top cover. You're going to want to remove that. I've already removed the air filter and stuff. It's long gone. It's over there waiting on me to put all this back, so I got to get a new air filter, but at least the cover can go back in a little bit. Oh, look at that. See, I got trash right there in the fuel tank. Yeah, you're gonna want to check your tank. But that's what gets us here. You see, I had a little bit of oil coming out of my intake. Maybe that's a sign for you to check out. Or out of my carburetor. My carburetor just didn't want to act right. As you can see, I've already got mine disassembled. So here, let's just go over here, and when you get your carburetor off, which is a straightforward process, I'm gonna assume that you can probably do that part on your own, so you really don't need me to walk you through it. But if you do, essentially you've got a couple bolts, all right, that kind of hold it all in here, and then a third one on the cover that you're going to have to take off, and then the carburetor just kind of slides off this O-ring here. Sorry about the phone noise again. You just slide your carburetor off of this here gasket, okay, or off this O-ring, and then work your rod off, and then you're off to the races. And then whenever you get your carburetor off, okay, essentially on the bottom, when you're looking at the bottom of your carburetor, you're going to see this, and there's these 2 screws. You're going to pull them out, okay, and after you get them out, take your little screwdriver or something and pry lightly underneath each of these tabs where the screw was. Sorry about the road noise. After you get that off, then you're going to slide your little rod, okay, out of your float and pull your needle seat, okay, and then put all that on a paper towel. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Spray it off with some carburetor cleaner or something. Keep in mind, this is a plastic carburetor. I thought I'd done a pretty good job of spraying this thing out, but you can see a dust ring right there around that, so I need to go around that with a paper towel. But other than that, when you get your carburetor apart, probably the most important thing that I can show you, because this is what was wrong with mine. So give me a second while I line all this up. Essentially, once I'm done pushing the 2 ends together wrong, essentially this is going to be in here similar to that, okay, and Actually, it goes this way. Okay? If you take you a screwdriver and you go to either side, you'll notice that there's these little tangs on both sides. So if you work your screwdriver in beside those tangs, you can work this out. And after you get it out, you're going to notice this is the main jet on the carburetor. So you need to be able to see light through that. If you can't, it's probably your problem. But if you find that that one's clean, you may notice that you have some trash in this circuit, because this is where mine was clogged up at, and you can see a little bit of yuck right there on that nipple. Okay, but essentially you're gonna very gently pry this part off of this part. As you can see, there's three air passages right here also. So you need to make sure that those are properly cleaned, and that port as well as its passage is clean. So after that, you want to make sure that that air passage is clean and that passage over there is clean. Just spray it out with something, okay? And that your passages inside where your jet pack plugs in is clean, and also where your float needle goes, make sure it is properly clean and sprayed out. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and take some spray right now, and we're gonna spray. I'm not convinced that's open yet. So what I'm gonna do is take me something where I can get down in there. Huh, it is clean too. Yep, it sure is. I'm gonna check these other passages while I'm here. Alright, spray these out. Alright, at that point you should be able to reassemble this, by the way, unless you want to stick it in some sort of parts cleaner or something like that, just as a measure to ensure that it's all cleaned out. But alright, so now I got my little pack pushed back together, as you can see. And now, as you can see, there's an O-ring on one side, and inside that landing is a little taller to meet that. So you're just going to get that set up and then push your jet pack back in there. Alright, good deal. And it'll look like that. Alright, so once you got everything good and clean, I'm gonna go ahead and spray off my float, because I seen it had a little bit of yuck on it. And I'll go ahead and give the same treatment to the needle and to the pin. Everything clean. Now, as you remember a while ago, we had a little dust line here, so I'm going to reach inside and kind of give it the royal treatment and clean that up. Alright, so now is where we're going to take our needle. Okay. Needle hangs on this pedestal, okay? Just like that. Alright. I'm trying to do it in an angle that you can see that. Sorry about all this phone noise, folks. Alright, so now our needle is in there, sitting in the seat. And now I've got to get my pin located again. Okay. So there that is, and now I'm just going to press it down into the deal until it clicks. Alright. And see? See that? That's how your float should function right there. Okay? Alright. Now, you're gonna, there's a little indentation there that corresponds with your jet there, okay? So once you have that situated, just gonna line it up real good. And now you can start your bolts back, your screws, whatever you want to refer to them as. Okay. Alright, so just get that good and situated like so. Good deal. I'm gonna try and roughly situate this where y'all might be able to see something, but I can't promise that that's gonna situate you where you can have a good view. Alright. Push it until you hear a nice popping sound. That's usually nice, right? Good deal. Alright, and I'm gonna clean this nasty thing up. Trust me, if your housing looks like that, you need to address it. I think the filter led to this one, if I'm honest with you. You see, it's a really dusty environment here. It's really hard to keep the filter clean. And to be honest, I found a lot of trash in my fuel jug earlier, and I think that might have had a little to do with that also. So this is my first foray into a plastic carburetor. Now, I realize that, well, you Mopar folks are probably well versed in plastic carburetors. But to me, it seems like an odd choice. I'm gonna be honest. Yep, just seems like an odd decision to make whenever it comes to the manufacturing of things. But with that said, I also realize that in this day and age, the printing of products like that is starting to become the norm. So make sure I got all of the yucky stuff that I can possibly get out of my carburetor or out of my fuel tank. Now, if you're saying to yourself, why is he working so hard on this fuel tank? Well, because I don't want to go through this again immediately. That's why. Alright. Oh, it tastes horrible. Just in case you're wondering. Alright. Alright, so it's time to just, well, alright, all of that, so I can plug in that silly hose. Just like that. Alright, now I get to put it all back again. Yep. So if you learn anything from this video, maybe it'll be pay better attention. Is that what I should be showing you? Probably not. But that being said, I hope y'all have noticed that we carry a full line of maxi force parts these days, and real soon we're busy getting the website set up and everything, and soon, very soon, there will be merchandise. You know, maybe those shirts that I'm not wearing at the moment. Probably a bad example. But if you'd be interested in a vintage diesel shirt, comment down below. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this dude up. You know, I'm all jumping ahead of myself today. How many of y'all do that? How many of y'all get in a big hurry? Just jump ahead of yourself. I'm ready to get some stuff done. You see, today they are coming to give us fast internet. Yep, I'm waiting on my gigabit fiber. We've been dealing with 15 megabit DSL connections, and that's only 1.5 up. And imagine trying, if you would, to upload content for you fine folks. It's such a slow connection. All right, now. I'm just about ready to try this dude here in just a moment. Alright, I'm gonna top this dude off with a little bit of fuel. Alright, let me go get the filter and filter cover. It says 6, I always do, or 3, I always do 6. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That ain't looking good. I guess we're going to pull the spark plug. Oh my goodness. Huh. Let that clear out whatever's trash and whatnot's in the cylinder. Look at that plug. I don't even know what to say. Alright, so after digging all that junk out, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take me a little bit of emery cloth. I'm just gonna dress it up a little. Alright, so now I've dressed that plug up some. Helpful hint, turn the plug backwards until you feel it drop into the threads, then start going forward. A lot harder to strip that way. All right. Good deal. Through the cranks again. Oh yeah. Sounds strong now. All right, folks. I hope that helps you with your mower. With that said, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click those buttons down there. I'm just saying. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks.